It was New Year's Eve, the very last night of 2025, outside Lily's window. The sky was exploding in a kaleidoscope of colors. Reds, greens, and brilliant golds painted the darkness, each firework a starburst of celebration. But inside, Lily's world felt gray. She was all alone. Her family had to be away for work, and while they promised to be back soon, it soon felt like a lifetime away. She pressed her forehead against the cool glass of the window, watching the dazzling display. It was the most beautiful fireworks show she'd ever seen, yet a single tear traced a path down her cheek. Beauty just wasn't the same when you had no one to share it with. The feeling of loneliness was a heavy blanket, making her feel small and invisible in her own home. Every boom and crackle from outside was a reminder of the parties and laughter happening all over the city. She imagined other families bundled up together, pointing at their favorite fireworks, their faces lit up with joy. Here, the only sound was the distant muffled pops and the quiet hum of the refrigerator. The clock on the wall ticked closer and closer to midnight. 10, 9, 8. She whispered the numbers to herself, her voice barely a sound in the empty room. 7, 6, 5. She remembered last year how she and her parents had shouted the countdown together, bursting with excitement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, the words echoed in the silence. There were no hugs, no cheers, just the sight of the grand finale lighting up the sky, a spectacular celebration for everyone but her. The loneliness felt sharpest in that moment, a hollow ache right in her chest. It was the start of a new year, but she had never felt more alone. Just then the phone rang, startling her. It was her dad. His voice was warm and full of love, even through the phone. He told her how much he missed her and wished he could be there. He could hear the sadness in her voice, and he said something she would never forget. He reminded her of a promise from the Bible from Matthew, 28 minutes and 20 seconds. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. He told her, Lily, even when it feels like you're completely by yourself, you're never truly alone. Jesus is right there with you. After they hung up, Lily closed her eyes. She clasped her hands together and whispered a small heartfelt prayer into the quiet room. Lord, she began, her voice trembling just a little. It's the first moment of the new year and I feel so lonely. Please, just be with me. It was a simple prayer born from a deep and honest place in her heart. She wasn't asking for a big miracle, just a little bit of comfort, a sign that she wasn't forgotten. A few minutes later, a sound cut through the silence. Ding dong. The doorbell. Lily's heart skipped a beat. Who could that be at this hour? Cautiously, she peeked through the peephole. Standing on her doorstep was a girl about her age, a friendly smile on her face, with her parents standing just behind her. It was her new neighbor, Sarah, who had just moved in down the hall. Sarah's mom explained, "We saw your light on and noticed you were home by yourself. Our family couldn't go to the big party we planned, so we're having our own little celebration. We were wondering if you'd like to join us for some hot cocoa and watch the rest of the fireworks from our balcony? We have a great view." Lily's eyes widened in surprise. It was as if her prayer was answered the moment she said amen. A wave of relief and happiness washed over her. She quickly put on her slippers and followed them, her heart feeling lighter than it had all night. Lily and Sarah sat side by side on the balcony, wrapped in warm blankets, sipping delicious, marshmallow-filled hot cocoa. They pointed out their favorite fireworks, the brilliant willows and the crackling chrysanthemums. They talked about school, their favorite books, and their dreams for the new year. They laughed so much that Lily completely forgot she'd been sad just a little while ago. As the last firework faded from the sky, leaving trails of glittering smoke, Lily knew she had found more than just a companion for the night. She had found a friend. Looking at Sarah, whose face was glowing with joy, Lily felt a warmth that had nothing to do with the hot cocoa. It was the warmth of connection, of shared happiness. 2026 had started with a wonderful surprise. She had a new best friend, and the year ahead suddenly seemed bright and full of amazing possibilities. This wasn't just a happy accident, it felt like a gift. As we step into this new year, maybe some of you feel a bit like Lily did. Maybe you're facing a season of loneliness, or you're just feeling a little disconnected. Lily's story is a beautiful reminder that you are never, ever truly alone. When we feel isolated and we reach out, whether in prayer or just by being open, God has a way of showing up. Sometimes He sends an answer in the most unexpected ways, like a doorbell ringing at just the right moment, bringing a new friend into our lives. He can turn our loneliest moments into the beginning of our most cherished friendships. So if you're feeling lonely this year, hold on to hope. Be open to the people He places in your path. You never know when your doorbell might ring. God is always with you, and He might just have a wonderful surprise waiting for you. Here's to a 2026 filled with hope, connection, and new friends. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of hope. Happy New Year!